Good morning, this is Keith All. In today's tutorial we're going to learn how to create a long shadow on this icon that we see here in front of us using the brush and pen tools. So right now I just have a background layer and another layer above that, which is just the Facebook letter icon. So the first step we're going to do is we're going to change this icon to the color black, so we get the foreground color black here. We're going to use the magic wand tool. Okay, and all we're going to do is just click on there. It didn't select it, just a second. There we go. And it selects that layer. Now at this point all we have to do is just change the color, and you could on a PC use the Alt backspace, and it because that's the foreground color. Now you can deselect it right now, and let's define this as a brush preset. So we're gonna select the brush tool, and then we're gonna come up to here, edit, define brush preset, and let's name this. It's gonna be Facebook letter icon. Click OK, and as you can see, the cursor now turns into a outline of this shape or this icon that we selected. So right now we could delete this layer, or we can hide it. It doesn't matter. We're not going to need it right now. Let's create a new layer, and let's use the rules up here. If your rule is not shown, just go up to View and select Rules up here, or Control R. Anyways, we're going to drag a point to about 50%, and it creates a crosshair right in the middle of the document. So now we're going to select the pen tool, and we're going to draw a line 45 degrees downwards. So in other words, we're going to create a path for that brush to follow. So we're going to make sure that the brush that we're using is that brush preset that we just created. So which it is, but notice that a cursor, it is that. Let's go over here to the brush settings, and let's make sure the spacing is 1. Now if I increase it, watch what happens to what it's going to look like. So once we do a brush path on it, if I leave it at 82%, it's going to brush it downwards along this path, and you're going to have these spaces along here. What we want to do is we want to create the effect of a long shadow, a solid shadow. So let's bring this spacing back down to 1%, and this is now what the stroke path will look like. So let's do that. Now let's select the pen tool again, and let's right click in this area. Oop, just a second, let me draw another path here. There we go. Right click in this area, and we're going to select stroke path. Now let's make sure that we have the brush selected. Now watch what happens after I click OK. It's going to draw a path along this path that we have in the shape of that Facebook icon. There we go. And that's our path. Now that creates the shadow layer. So let's get rid of these grid lines in this path, and the shortcut key to do that is Control H on a PC. Okay, let's create a new layer, And now let's go back to the brush tool. We still have this particular brush selected, which is that brush preset we set for the Facebook icon. And let's make sure that the foreground color is white. Okay, now let's line this up here. And all we have to do is click there, and there we have a long shadow. Now let's define this a little bit more because we have a background color of white. So let's create like a stroke on this layer. Double click on that, and there. It just defines it a little bit more. And then if you want to add a drop shadow, you can. And there, and you can play around with the settings. So this is not nothing set in stone. Just play around with your settings to make that long shadow look more defined for you, and whatever your design tastes are. So that's how you could create a long shadow using an icon. I mean, you could also use lettering to that, text to, or shapes to, use the same manner. And that's how you could use it using a brush tool and the pen tool. So thank you for stopping by today. This is a short tutorial, and if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, and click on that bell notification so you always get updated when I have a new video coming out. And also, please like, share, and comment. That helps out the community also. Again, thanks for stopping by. You have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye now.